Dr. R. Hemavati is an assistant professor in mathematics in Queen Mary's, Chennai. She has specialized on functional analysis. Having 12 years of experience in teaching, she has won various awards for her performance. She has published papers in 14 international journals, 3 national journals, and has presented papers in 10 international and in 5 national conferences. She is also one of the editors for an international journal.
Welcome to UGC lecture series. Earlier we have dealt with the probability functions, distribution functions, moment generating functions, and characteristic function definition is also dealt, and along with that we have proved 2 properties, and now we are going to deal with the characteristic function and along with its properties, relationship of the characteristic function with probability density functions and probability mass function along with its moments, and some more properties of characteristic function is dealt here. Okay. So, continuation with the previous session, 2 properties is already proved. Now, we are going to deal with the property number 3, that is pi x of minus t is equal to pi of t whole bar. How to prove this? We have already know that pi x of t by definition is equal to expectation of e power I t x. So, what will be pi x of minus t? Pi x of minus t is expectation of e power I into, in the place of t you are having minus t. So, e power minus I t x. So, this is equal to expectation of e power minus I t x, and expect e power that exponential power of I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. So, e power minus I theta will be cos theta minus I sin theta. So, accordingly you will have here cos t x minus I sin t x. This is nothing but expectation of cos t x plus I sin t x conjugate, right, conjugate. So, this is expectation of e power I t x conjugate. So, that is expectation of e power I t x whole conjugate. By the definition, this is equal to pi of t whole bar, pi x of t. So, which is your right hand side? We have started with the left hand side and hence we have proved the right hand side. This proof is over. Okay. So, discussing these 3 properties, earlier 2 properties proved in the session, previous session, and this property proved in this session, we have a concept which says that every characteristic function must satisfy the above mentioned properties, but the converse is not true. That is, every function, any function if you take pi x of t which satisfies these properties need not be a characteristic function. So, the 3 properties proved are only sufficient conditions. So, they are, it is not the necessary and sufficient conditions for pi of x to be a characteristic function. Next, based on this we have a note that pi x of t, that characteristic function, is always a continuous function of x for all real values of t. T is a parameter. So, it is a continuous function. Continuous function means it is uniformly continuous and as well as absolutely integrable. Okay. Based on that concept we get the continuity of the characteristic function. So, how to prove this it is continuous function? So, we have pi x of t is equal to expectation of e power I t x. Suppose if x is discrete, if x is discrete, you will have according to the expectation definition, this is summation e power I t x into p of x, and taking the absoluteness you get pi x of t modulus is equal to summation e power I t x p of x modulus, and this is less than or equal to summation modulus of e power I t x into p of x, which is equal to summation ranging for x values modulus of e power I t x into modulus of p of x. Okay. And hence you get a summation e power I t x modulus is 1 into modulus of p of x. This says that it is absolutely convergent as well as uniformly continuous. This series is absolutely convergent, this particular series is convergent, and therefore, we have the uniform continuity and absolute continuous. So, what happens when the function is absolutely convergent and uniformly continuous? This implies pi x of t is continuous. This is dealt for x is a discrete random variable. If x is continuous, what you will have? Continuous random variable. If x is continuous random variable, then according to the definition pi x of t is equal to expectation of e power I t x, and we will have integration, right, integration ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity of x values e power I t x into f of x dx. Again taking its modulus, that absolute value is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity e power I t x into f of x dx, which is less than or equal to, again taking the absoluteness inside, which is less than or equal to minus infinity to infinity e power I t x into modulus of f of x dx. Okay. And this particular part is 1, and you will have only integral minus infinity to infinity integral f of x dx. Again this is absolutely integrable and uniformly continuous, and again uniformly continuous. This particular part says that pi x of t is continuous. Hence, we have proved that pi of x is continuous for all real values of t. Next, we see the additive property of characteristic function. Additive property of characteristic function is says that if x and y are independent random variables, for any additive property if you are taking which involves the expectation, it must be independent. So, if x and y are independent random variables, then pi x plus y of t is equal to pi x of t into pi y of t, that is inverts the characteristic function of sum of two independent, independence is very important, two independent random variables is the product of their respective characteristic functions. This particular property of characteristic function is also true for moment generating function that we have already discussed in the previous sessions. So, how to prove this? As usual proof, pi, take the left hand side, is equal to pi x plus y of t. So, according to the definition, this is equal to expectation of e power I t into, in the place of x you are having x plus y. So, this can be written as expectation of e power I t x into expectation of e power I t y, right. Since x and y are independent, only if it is independent you can use the property of independence of probability functions, then we can split this expectation. This can be written as expectation of e power I t x into expectation of e power I t y, and this particular part is pi x of t and this particular part is pi y of t, okay, which is equal to pi x of t into pi y of t. But if you take the converse, we have proved the additive property of characteristic function, but if you take the converse, that is any function which is satisfying pi x plus y of t is equal to pi x of t into pi y of t, it is not necessary that they must be independent. So, the independence will lack when you take the converse. This is illustrated with an example. Okay. We will take the example of the characteristic function of a Cauchy distribution. Okay. What is your Cauchy distribution says? F of x is equal to 1 by pi into 1 by 1 plus x square. This is ranging from minus infinity to plus infinity. And after calculation, the characteristic function of the Cauchy distribution comes to be e power minus modulus of t. So, let us take let x1 is equal to ax for a is greater than 0, and I take another random variable x2 which is bx for b greater than 0. So, what is x1 plus x2? x1 plus x2 is a plus b into x. So, what is their respective characteristic functions? When you see pi x1 of t is equal to e power minus a into modulus of t. Similarly, pi x2 of t is equal to e power minus b into modulus of t. What is pi x1 plus x2 of t? Equal to e power minus a plus b into modulus of t. So, we have written two random variables, addition of two random variables, their respective characteristic functions. Now, we will see whether the additive property is satisfied. What does the additive property says? Pi x1 plus x2 of t is equal to pi x1 of t into pi x2 of t. This is what the additive property says. Nevertheless, x1 and x2 are independent, but for this example it is not independent. I am going to discuss it. Okay. So, this is according to the findings in the previous slide. It is equal to e power minus a plus b into modulus of t, and this particular this thing is e power minus a into modulus of t, and this particular thing is e power minus b into modulus of t. This is equal to e power minus a plus b into modulus of t. This is true. So, additive property is proved, but what about its independence? Are x1 and x2 independent? x1 and x2 are independent? It is a question mark. It is not actually independent. x1 is equal to ax and x2 is equal to bx. When one variable is derived from another random variable, then both the random variables are not independent. This particular thing says x is equal to x1 by a, and here x is equal to x2 by b. Equating both this, x is equal to x1 by a is equal to x2 by b, cross multiplying you get b x1 is equal to a x2. So, here x1 and x2 are depending on each other. So, x1 and x2 are not independent. So, the converse is not true, that is the additive property, although it is satisfied for characteristic function, the random variables are not independent. We shall have a break. Welcome after the break. Earlier to the break we have seen one property of a characteristic function, and along with the two properties proved in the previous session, we could say that three properties are not necessary and sufficient conditions. Also, we have proved the additive property of characteristic function, and we have dealt with an example that the converse is not true. Okay, continuing with the additive property of characteristic function, if you take any two random variables x and y are independent and identically distributed random variables. That is in many books you can see that IID means independent and identically distributed. It means that x and y are independent, at the same time identically distributed means they are having the same probability distribution. Okay. So, in that case we have pi x plus y of t is equal to pi x of t into pi y of t. Since the characteristic function is same for y, since the y is having the same probability function, their characteristic function also will be same. So, we will have pi x of t into pi y of t, pi y of t is equal to pi x of t, therefore, pi x of t into pi x of t modulus of pi x of t whole square. Okay. Next, we prove the uniqueness theorem of characteristic function, which is also called the inversion theorem. Following this, we will have inversion theorem, that is the uniqueness is based on the probability function. Suppose a probability mass function or a probability density function is given, we can uniquely determine the characteristic function. The converse is also true. Thus, we are given the characteristic function, we can uniquely determine its distribution function. That is what is inversion theorem, saying that probability function is given and determining the characteristic function is uniqueness theorem, and mentioning that it is reverse, it is converse, it is inverse, right. So, the given the characteristic function, you can uniquely determine its distribution function. Okay. What is its distribution function? The inversion theorem of characteristic function says f of x and pi x of t denote the respectively the distribution function and characteristic function of a random variable x. Then we will have the relationship between characteristic function and probability density function. First, I will write the inversion theorem, based on that we can write the relationship. So, inversion theorem says that if f of x is distribution function and pi x of t is its characteristic function, then f of a plus h minus f of a minus h is equal to, since it is being lengthy, I will just write it in next line, limit t tends to infinity 1 by pi integral t ranging from minus capital T to plus capital T sin h t by t e power minus I t a into pi x of t dt. This is a distribution function. Okay. F of a plus h, this is what is inversion theorem, right. F of a plus h minus f of a minus h is equal to limit t tending to infinity 1 by pi integral minus t to t sin h t by t e power minus I t a into pi x of t dt. So, what happens if you take the differentiation? Okay. F dash of x says that we will have the relationship between density function and characteristic function, that is f dash of x, which is equal to probability density function f of x equals to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity e power minus I t pi x of t into dt. This is the relationship between probability density function and the characteristic function. So, based on the inversion theorem for characteristic function, we have found out the relationship between probability density function and characteristic function. Next, we prove the linearity property of characteristic function. What does it says that linearity property of characteristic function? If you take a random variable y is equal to a x plus b, then pi y of t, which is equal to pi a x plus b, that is here linearity in the sense x is magnified as a and x is being translated to another point b. So, the x being magnified as a x and x being translated from the point x to x plus b. So, what happens if this is the random variable, then characteristic function becomes e power I t b into pi x of a t. So, this is what is happening when you translate x to x plus b and x is being magnified. Let us prove this property. So, take the left hand side is pi a x plus b of t. According to the definition, this is expectation of e power I into t into, in the place of x you are having a x plus b, and just split e power I t a x into e power I t b. There is no independence required here because x is a random variable and all the other things are either parameter or constant. T is a parameter, b is a constant. So, it is not a variable with respect to expectation. So, you can just take it outside e power I t b into expectation of e power I a t x. So, in the place of t I am having I a t. So, e power I t b into pi x of a t. So, this is how we get the characteristic function of a magnified and translated random variable. This is what is called linearity property of characteristic function. So, discussing separately, if you translate only x to x plus b, what happens to its characteristic function? X to x plus b, you will have only e power I t b into pi x of t. Okay. If x is magnified as a x, then its corresponding characteristic function will be written as pi x of a t. Okay. This is what is proved. Next, as we have seen some relationship between probability density function and its characteristic function, we also can have the relationship between moments and characteristic function. So, this particular relationship tells you how to find out mean and variance of a particular random variable through characteristic function. We have already dealt with finding mean and variance using expectation alone and using probability functions and using moment generating functions. Using characteristic function, is this relation is going to help you. Okay. So, what does the relation says? Moment generating function, we have mu r dash is equal to differentiating pi x of t r times and then putting it as t is equal to 0 divided by I power r. I will just to recall the relationship between moments and MGF. Moments and MGF, you have mu r dash is equal to differentiation of mx of t r times and then putting it t is equal to 0. So, similar thing here, moments and CF characteristic function, we have mu r dash is equal to 1 by I power r d power r dt power r pi x of t at t is equal to 0. This is what is the difference between moments and moment generating function, moments and characteristic function. Now, we shall do some examples based on the relationship between probability function and characteristic function. This is one example. A random variable has the probability function given below as x taking the values only -1 and +1. So, probability function mass function is given by 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 and you are asked to find out the characteristic function. This is an example of finding the characteristic function for a discrete random variable. How to find out the characteristic function for this particular discrete random variable whose probability function is given as such. Okay. So, you are given x values and p of x values and the characteristic function formula says pi x of t is equal to expectation of e power I t x. Okay. Since it is being discrete, I will use the summation e power I t x into p of x. Okay. There are only 2 values of x and 2 corresponding probability values. So, one is e power I t into -1, the corresponding probability value is 1 by 2 plus e power I t into 1 into the corresponding probability value is 1 by 2. Taking 1 by 2 outside, you have e power minus I t plus e power I t, and this is the formula for cos t, right. E power I t plus e power minus I t by 2 is cos t. Hence, we have obtained the characteristic function for the random variable, discrete random variable, which is defined as such. So, in this session we have dealt with some properties of characteristic function. Also relationship with the probability function and moments are also discussed. And see, here are some exercises for you. What are the properties of characteristic function that must satisfy? Must satisfy means you can say only the first 3 properties, 2 properties discussed in previous session and third property now. And another question arises as establish the additive property of characteristic function, and the converse of the additive property based on the independence is not true. So, you can prove or disprove, particularly you can only disprove the converse of the additive property of characteristic function with an example of the characteristic function of Cauchy distribution. Thank you.